Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's Dog Daddy here, and today I have a very exciting training session that I decided to bring you guys along with me. I train a lot of different types of dogs. I actually work with a lot of different animals, and today I am working with a wolf. So I wanted to bring you guys along because I think this was the first time that I actually feature one of the wolf dogs that I train on my channel. So I wanted to bring you guys with me. Really super excited, and also I'm excited to bring you guys with me. So let's see what we have on our hands today, because this is actually a first training session with this particular wolf. And yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what we're going to be doing today. Let's go. Yeah, just I sit here. Okay. So that's like a pretty typical typical behavior, you know, for wolf dogs. I mean, they are naturally more shy. The first thing I do with any animal that I'm going to work with is evaluate their behavior so that I can know what they're all about. With Logan, the first thing I noticed is although avoidance and how scared he is. He's a young adult male, and this is very typical for wolf dogs. Very similar to a dog that is not socialized from a puppy mill, but this is basically just his natural instinct. The first thing I had to do somehow is get close to him. So I was able to get him to go into his house, and he was cornered, which you should never do unless you really know what you're doing, because a scared animal can be very dangerous. But I have a lot of experience. I know what I'm doing. So I put him in this position so that I could finally start handling him. I invited his owners to watch what I'm doing. I always like to explain to my clients exactly what's going on so that it makes sense to them and make sure we're all on the same page. Has this fear, so he's hiding. He's really scared for his life. There's two opposites right now. I could sit here and try to wait for him to calm down. That doesn't solve the problem. But also, if I go up to him and I'm like rough and I just put the leash on him, doesn't solve the problem either. Feeling very vulnerable. So it's okay, buddy. Like, to the point that I wouldn't be surprised if he peed himself. Like, he's that afraid. But this is very typical. It's very similar to dogs that just weren't socialized, like puppy mill dogs, you know, because they still carry that. Like they're kind of all the same in a way. So like, see it right there. He's getting a little bit unsure. See, it's okay. Good boy. So you can see the teeth a little bit, and the growling. It's okay. Good, but at least I have the leash on him now. Good boy. That's a good boy. So now it's a lot easier. So see the ground and everything, I learned to see like how threatening it is, and it helps me learn the dog. All right, let's go back down with him. Come, Logan, come. So that's what I'm saying now about the pressure. So that's a little bit of this pressure. Come, Logan, come. So we're not going to like let him avoid it. But this is very delicate, this process right here, because the amount of pressure is very important. So it's basically like this, almost like a little annoying tug until he decides to move forward. And when he does, there's going to be a lot of reward. And my body language is going to be, he's paying attention to that as well. Come. Come. Good boy. Come. Every little indication that he wants to move forward, even if he's just thinking it, I have to tell him, good boy, and release the pressure. A lot of people tend to have a hard time understanding how pressure and this very direct and firmer approach will help these animals that are more fearful, but they forget that all other methods have already been tried. These animals do not get over their fears just by you sitting there and talking to them and explaining to them that they don't have to be afraid. They don't get over their fears by you just giving them food and treats. Just because you work from you bonding with an animal using those methods does not mean that you're going to solve the root of the problem here, which is this intense fear of new things, which again, it's instinct. But I know for a fact that we can change this by showing them that they don't have to be as afraid, by showing them that they are fearing things that they don't have to fear. And as you can see, he's starting to respond with the pressure. Nothing else that I would have done here would have made this animal move forward towards me. Clearly, he's still afraid, but he's starting to make progress, which shows me, yes, the method does work, and it has worked with thousands of dogs that I have worked with, and wolf dogs included. When you're working with these animals, you cannot let your emotions get the best of you. There's no other way to really help them other than this direct approach. So that's why you see me doing that. If it was as easy as giving them treats and letting them know that it's okay, that wouldn't be the need for dog trainers. Anyone would be able to do that. That's just the reality of it. Anyone can throw your dog treats and, you know, get them to do things, but not with just fearful dogs. So that's why they do require someone that truly understands that behavior. Now in this clip, you can see Logan making major progress. He's moving along with me, clearly still a little bit unsure and very afraid. It's at his instinct and it doesn't get changed overnight. But the fact that this is my first training session with him and I'm getting him to be willing to move with the pressure is a huge deal, because I understand that he is understanding what I expect from him, which is for him to trust me. And when I say let's go forward, he knows he can trust me and go forward. So we're only going to keep getting better with this. And you can see me applying pressure whenever he's trying to pull away from me. I apply pressure to teach him to come towards me. Another exercise that I'm doing here in our first training session is making him hold it down. He would not even lay down with the verbal command, but I use body language to put him in a down position, as you can see here again. And then I'm making him hold that down while I walk around him. And I even go to pet him, which again, you can see his body language, completely afraid. And I do not recommend you to do this at home, but I do it because I know what I'm doing and I know that the method works. I'm putting him through his fear, but I'm showing him that he does not need to fear me as a stranger, which will help him when he meets new strangers, or like his owners want to take him out and about, as they do. But it'll be less of a struggle because Logan will be a lot more comfortable once he realizes that there's no need for him to fear new people or new environment. And yes, it is his natural instinct, but again, there is a way to teach them that they don't have to fear those things, and they can learn to overcome their fears and live a way more comfortable life. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Instagram to see part 2 of Logan's training session coming this week. And on my Instagram, I always post where I'm going to be next for training sessions around the country. And I love when you guys DM me pictures of your dogs and stuff. So go make sure you follow me on Instagram and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.